Welcome to your Daily Rec. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And today we're going to talk about what is vastly approaching here.
We're already in the thick of it.
We're already
there.
That's right, which is going to be the fall TV lineup.
Fall television, 2017.
Yes.
It's here.
That's right.
You don't watch much TV, do you?
I don't. I don't have the time.
I do and I don't. I don't watch TV as frequently as I used to, which is because, not really having cable, you can no longer do let's just crash on the couch and jump into whatever's on.
Right.
Everything's on demand, so you really have, the first world problem of, I have all these things that I want to watch and all these things I can watch, but I don't want to watch any of them.
Well, I do have some good news from my personal situation is
really?
that after October 28th, I no longer have the school obligation, so I have the rest of the year, which is the fall semester, basically, free.
There you go.
To do whatever I want, which will give me some free time to catch me up on some of this programming.
Yeah.
So why don't you run down a list here of what I can expect to
Oh
possibly
boy,
watch.
Oh man.
Okay.
Whew, you're gonna probably hate a lot of these.
Okay, well, that's fair.
So returning, show that I watch. You got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
You don't do mutants.
I don't do mutants.
And you don't do all that jazz. So,
nope.
But they're in space this time.
Which is double. I don't give a fuck.
You don't like mutants or space.
I tolerate space more than I tolerate mutants.
You love Star Wars. How do you hate space?
I would argue that probably 85% takes place on a planet.
The movies are called Star Wars.
Yeah, but what's in a title?
Well, moving on, I guess. So you got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You've got The Orville, which is Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek homage. You got The Dancing with the Stars, if that's your thing. Not really mine.
No, I'm not a middle-aged housewife.
So I actually just found out about this last night. There's a competition show that I need to figure out how to get on.
Okay.
If they're doing another season of this, I need to be on it.
And which is?
And I'm like dead ass serious when I say that. The show was called 90s House.
Oh.
It's apparently, MTV is still around, but a couple of decades ago, it was arguably much more of a cultural force. 90s House is hosted by two artists who broke out in the TRL days, Christina Milian and Lance Bass, and the new MTV reality series places regular people who applied for its cast into a house where Y2K never happened. This means the fashion, the designs, even the technology of 90s House is dated and unfamiliar to the lucky people chosen for the show.
Well, unfamiliar to, millennials, I guess.
Yeah.
But we would know what the fuck's
exactly.
going on.
That's why I want to be on it. And,
so you get to watch, VHSs and shit?
It's everything is, pre-2000 technology, pre-2000 attire, outfits, and all that.
Dude.
Right? Why am I not on this show? I need to be on this show. I want to be on 90s House.
I still have a fucking box of VHS.
I do too.
Cassettes. I remember, I think karaoke machines and fucking Ninja Turtles.
Right. Dude,
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
12 contestants, one grand prize.
What's the grand prize?
I don't.
Does that make it worth it?
I think it's $90,000.
Hmm.
So I would totally give up my cell phone for a chance to win $90,000.
Oh, fuck yeah. To not deal with what the fuck's going on in the world today?
Yes. Dude.
Hells yeah.
So, life mission moving forward. 90s House Season 2. This guy. Gonna do it. Okay. So you got that coming out. You got Gotham, which you just had a fun conversation about not that long ago.
Yeah. So for those of you familiar, Facebook has this option that you can look back on your previous timeline of things that you have posted. In the past. And
everybody watching uses Facebook.
One thing I posted was, they just announced a show called Gotham. This could possibly not suck.
It was at a time where we were all hopeful.
Listen, Obama was president. We had hopes and dreams. I watched the first episode of season 1 and said, "What the fuck?"
I said, "What the fuck?" too. I got through the first season, and it had its ups and downs. Mm. There were a lot of moments where I was like, "That's really cool." Like they did do some neat stuff. Some of the stuff I've been hearing about doesn't sound terrible, but the way I approach my TV viewing these days is it's not that often that I want to be in it for the long haul. Because you got a lot of people who are like, yeah, like the first 8 episodes are really bad, but the last 2, 9 and 10, they're really good.
Which,
like, I don't...
is not good enough.
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to put in 10 hours... To get something decent. To get a 1 hour payoff at the end of the day. Like, to me, that's not really worth it. I'll take your word that it's a good show. I'll read about it in the news, whatever. I don't care. Mm-hmm. So Gotham, I'm considering giving it a second chance.
Listen, they just announced that the fucking Scarecrow is going to be on there.
They did.
Which, Scarecrow is my jam.
Right.
But let me tell you something.
Let
me tell you a little something about the Batman. Let me everybody take a seat. Let's hold hands in the circle that we're doing here. The only reason there are villains in Gotham City is to the response of the Batman.
Right.
Because there is no Batman, there should be no fucking villains.
Right.
Period.
That's, yeah.
No Scarecrow, no Mr. Freeze, no Penguin.
No Riddler.
No Riddler. These are elevated figures because of the vigilante style of the Batman.
Right.
And because he's the fucking pubescent child and fucking...
Well...
doing shit.
I'll have you know, this season... he's going to be a vigilante, maybe.
He's fucking 14. Doesn't count. So I say, fuck Gotham.
Fuck Gotham. Okay.
And I will not be returning.
So we'll go past Gotham. And then, you've got the shows like Young Sheldon, CBS trying to cash in on their Big Bang Theory stuff.
Do not care.
This is actually an interesting story. Have you heard of Kevin James's show?
No.
Not the King of Queens.
Oh.
Kevin Can Wait.
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, here's a fun story.
Okay.
So Kevin Can Wait, and I never really watched the show, so I'm kind of you could probably consider me an ass for like having an opinion about this story. But story of a guy married with kids. So midway through the first season, or like towards the end of the first season, they bring back his co-star from King of Queens, who played his wife, Leah Remini. Well, apparently the producers went, what would be a great idea? Let's kill off his wife and bring back his old wife to be his new love interest.
Let's just do the King of Queens again?
Basically. So, literally, and I guess like season 1 ended with like a big family moment where it's like him, his wife, his kids, and they're like, nothing can break us apart. Together we can get through everything.
Sure.
Well, in the off season, they killed off his wife.
Oh.
Fired the actress.
Like not even for like a death scene?
Like not even for like a death scene. Just straight up fired the actress before the season was even over, actually.
Oh man.
Killed her off in the off season, and I guess the season premiere, it was just like they just glossed right over it, basically.
So weird.
Yeah. Basically because they were like, hey, you know what really worked before? The King of Queens. So you know what we're going to do now? Just make this brand new show, but just make it King of Queens even though it's a different show.
I mean, sure, if that's what you want to do.
But just make, I don't know. It's dumb. I hate TV.
Moving on.
So let's see. Going over, you got your standard procedurals. You got your Lethal Weapon, your NCIS for like the millionth fucking season. This Is Us, which is apparently just a show where people cry all the time. Another NCIS, like 18 NCIS shows. Modern Family comes back. You got your Will and Grace, which is making its big return.
I heard about that, yeah.
Which is a big deal. You got all your Chicago-based shows, executive producer Dick Wolf, all that stuff. Your Hell's Kitchens, your Exorcist, your Hawaii Five-0, which is in some hot water. And then Marvel's Inhumans, which I think is...
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. So, and then, we got all the Netflix stuff coming out. So we got Stranger Things, which we've talked about on this show before.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I just started rewatching.
You just started rewatching. I think we're going to rewatch come October. Do you have your plan set up for binge watching season 2?
I've consulted with the wife.
Oh, yeah?
And I think I've decided to take the day off.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well.
I think I'm deciding to make the commitment in taking the day off.
What day does it come out again?
October 27th.
That's a Friday?
That is a Friday.
Maybe I'll take a day off, too.
Should we have a party?
Stranger Things party.
Oh, that's
cool. Nice. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll have to see what I got for time off.
Okay.
So that's coming out at some point, and I'm dying to know when this release date is going to be. So Marvel, Netflix, fucking tell me. I want to know. But The Punisher, getting its own show.
Yes.
The trailer just dropped not that long ago. The full official trailer.
Yes, it did. Very, very Metallica.
Very, but if I sent that trailer to Christy, and I was like, everything about this is just me. It is literally what my favorite comic book character, my favorite band, my favorite song. Well, one of my favorite songs.
Your favorite band's Metallica?
One of them, yes.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
Well, fuck you. I will fight you.
Okay.
But no, I watched that trailer, and at the very end of it, I was so excited, and then I was just like, I really hope this doesn't suck.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what they do with the story.
Yeah, and the way it looks is it's a bit of a... They're kind of not going with the exact story, which I wouldn't imagine that they would. It seems like they're doing more military U.S. government conspiracy.
Yeah.
Where the original origin story was him and his family are walking in Central Park. They stumble upon a mob scene.
And they're killed.
And his family is killed in the crossfire.
Right.
Which they kind of did in Daredevil season 2 with the backstory was they were at the park and there was a mob deal going down, went wrong, and family got caught in the crossfire. And then they kind of alluded to, well, maybe there was something more going on in that. And
or somebody knew about it.
Somebody knew about it and, knew that he was going to be there. And maybe it was set up more as a hit rather than a deal gone awry.
Right.
So I think they're going to cover that a lot. And it very much plays into, his relationship with Microchip. And so there's going to be a lot of conspiracy theory type stuff, which could be cool.
Could be good.
It's definitely a different take from what I'm used to, at least.
That's very true. Yeah.
But I'm excited for that. I'm just bummed that there's no release date. There's been talks of November. There's been talks of early October. Don't know if any of that's true.
Yeah, I mean, if it was early October, you think we would know. You would think we would know already.
But and I've said this before. I feel like they're just gonna drop this.
They may,
very quietly. I
don't know, because we got such a far in advance release date for Stranger Things.
Yeah, but I mean, because they released that during Comic-Con.
Well, the initial release, the initial teaser trailer was during the Super Bowl.
Right.
But then the release date was during Comic-Con.
I feel like that's the type of thing, though, where the fans are much more rabid about that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it was a unexpected hit.
It was definitely an unexpected hit. I was very surprised at how good it was.
So good. Rewatching it now, like picking up on little things and,
Oh, yeah.
and things like that. Yeah, it's fucking great.
So, and like, you know, when it comes to TV nowadays, I really look forward to like the stuff on Netflix a lot more than I do the stuff that's on TV.
Yeah, I mean and it's a thing. It's an ongoing battle where the public has only so much money to pay for these subscription services, but the quality that you get from the subscription services so vastly outweighs what you get on cable. I mean, unless you're a sports fan, there's no need for cable, really.
And even if you are a sports fan, you know, there are ways that you can watch it. Like Amazon Prime is actually showing football games.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, cable's going out the door, man. Like they're gonna be sole internet providers, basically.
And,
which
you know,
which is great because they still have that capability to stay in business, unlike things like Kodak and Blockbuster Video, who just didn't evolve with the times.
Exactly.
You know, they've got their internet to fall back on. So I'm not too worried about those companies per se, but the idea of the whole, like, I know Time Warner Cable around here used to be the home phone, the internet, and the cable.
And
yeah. Well, fuck the home phone because nobody fucking needs
nobody
that
uses
shit.
the home phone anymore.
And cable's gonna be
everybody's
out the
cord
window.
cutting now.
Yep, exactly.
So what do you got?
You're just gonna be an internet provider, basically,
you know,
which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But will that see a hike in our internet costs?
Probably.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Right. So now you've got to pay for your internet on top of the $10 a month you're paying for all these subscription services. Yeah. Listen, I'm lower mid-class America. I can't afford all this shit. So I'm going to have to pick and choose. So that's what's going to cause these companies to try to up their game a little bit more to try to get me to pick which one of these subscription services I'm going to go with. And let me be perfectly frank, it's Netflix. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting time, though, because in about a year, you're going to lose a lot of Disney stuff. You're going to, you know, I think some TV shows might not be as quick to pull the trigger to put them on Netflix anymore. But
that's pretty fair.
But right now, as it stands, Netflix for their original content, I think, is just fantastic. I mean, Amazon Prime is up there, and, well, you know, honestly, though, to be fair, Hulu did just win, like, a bunch of awards for their shows.
Well, not only that, but they will provide the stuff that if you want to watch on cable and you don't get cable, that's where you're going to find it.
But I do think that you're going to start seeing a larger influx of original content by these streaming services to the point where cable television, like your NBCs, your ABCs, your CBSs, like they're going to have to drastically step up their game.
Absolutely.
Because like they're competing with, I mean, 15 years ago, would you ever have expected AMC to be
never.
like one of the beacons of like prime time television?
Never.
And like FX to be pumping out the quality content that they're doing right now, and like for Comedy Central to constantly be like changing their format and everything they're doing and constantly changing with the times, and always delivering something new.
That's true.
Like, you know, the big three need to be looking out.
That's right. That's for sure. So I think that, I mean, we're both excited about what's coming in the future, more towards the Netflix side than the cable side. But if you want to tell us of what you think is going to be your favorite thing coming this fall TV season, you can hit us up on Facebook at Brainwreck Show.
Yes, send us an email, brainwreckshow@gmail.com, or follow us on Twitter or Instagram. The same thing, Brainwreck Show. That's really how to get a hold of us.
That's correct.
Brainwreck.net.
So for today,
goes to our YouTube channel. Subscribe and stuff, so we do more of these.
That's right. So for today for your Daily Rec, I've been Jason Ack.
And I'm Kevin Grant.
And today's been your Daily Rec.